Kate Martin is playing on an Unrivaled team, and so's Dijonai Carrington. And Dijonai was up to her old tricks. Seems kind of odd how this keeps happening.
What really happened here, man, with Dijonai? Okay. Nice pass.
Out there involving Dijonai Carrington and Kate Martin. In this case, before it was Caitlin Clark. And does Caitlin Clark's relationship, and what I mean is friendship.
Today, we're unpacking a game that had everyone talking. A clash in the Unrivaled League that turned into a spectacle of skill, drama, and controversy. At the center of it all, Kate Martin, a rising star who's proving she's here to stay, and DJ Carrington, a player whose aggressive tactics have once again sparked heated debates. Buckle up because this story is a wild ride, and we're going to cover every angle, plus add a little of our own flair to keep things fresh. Let's get into it.
Oh, man. So you're going to help her up right after you clobber her like that, right? You're going to help her up after you clobber her like, didn't even look at her.
A game charged with intensity, the Unrivaled League, a showcase of some of the best talent in women's basketball, has been delivering must-watch moments all season. But this particular matchup between the Laces Basketball Club and the Mist Basketball Club was something else entirely. From the opening tip-off, the energy in the arena was electric. Fans were on their feet, phones out, ready to capture every play. And why wouldn't they be? This game featured Kate Martin, a player who's been turning heads with her poise and precision, going up against DJ Carrington, a defensive dynamo known for her fiery and sometimes reckless style. Kate Martin, a former Iowa standout now making waves with the Laces, has been a revelation this season. She's not just a player. She's a leader, a strategist, and a competitor who thrives under pressure. Her journey to this point hasn't been easy. Coming into the WNBA, few expected her to make the Las Vegas Aces roster, let alone become a cornerstone for the Laces in the Unrivaled League. But Kate's work ethic, basketball IQ, and unrelenting drive have silenced the doubters. She's the kind of player who makes her teammates better, who sees the court like a chessboard, and who never backs down from a challenge.
With Kate Martin, is that influenced here in this, once again, egregious action, really multiple actions?
On the other side, we have DJ Carrington, a name that's become synonymous with controversy. Carrington is a paradox, a fiercely talented defender with a knack for getting under opponents' skin. Her aggressive style has earned her both fans and critics. Supporters argue she's just playing hard, embodying the grit that makes basketball so compelling. Detractors, however, point to a pattern of plays that cross the line, from hard fouls to questionable tactics that seem more personal than competitive. And when you add in her history with players like Caitlin Clark, Kate Martin's close friend and former teammate, you've got the makings of a storyline that's impossible to ignore. The incident that stopped the game, let's set the scene. It's the third quarter, and the game is a back-and-forth battle. Kate Martin is in the zone, slicing through the Mist's defense with ease. She's hitting shots, dishing assists, and making Carrington's night a nightmare. You can see the frustration building in Carrington's eyes. She's struggling to keep up with Martin's quickness and smarts. And then, it happens.
Dijonai, oh my, Dijonai. How come every time I'm looking at the scene of the crime?
A moment that sends the crowd into a frenzy and leaves everyone watching in disbelief. Martin drives toward the basket, her focus locked on the hoop. Carrington, tasked with guarding her, is right on her heels. But instead of going for the ball, Carrington swings her arm with force, connecting with Martin in a way that sends her crashing to the hardwood. The impact is jarring. Martin hits the floor hard, clutching her side, her face a mix of pain and shock. The whistle blows immediately, and the arena erupts in a mix of boos and gasps. "Oh, come on!" one fan shouts from the stands. "That was no accident!"
The officials huddle, and the Jumbotron replays the moment in slow motion.
There's no denying it. Carrington's arm swing wasn't a clean defensive play. It was deliberate, calculated, and to many, outright dirty. The crowd's reaction grows louder as the footage loops, showing Martin sprawled on the court, teammates rushing to her side, and Carrington standing off to the side, her expression unreadable. "Yo, what was that?" Our play-by-play announcer yells into the mic. You're gonna help her up after you clobber her like that, right? Nah, you're just gonna walk away?
Dijonai, how come every time there's a foul, a questionable foul, a flagrant foul, a smack across the face, a fingernail in the eyeball? How?
That's shady, Carrington. Real shady. Martin, to her credit, doesn't stay down long. She's tough as nails, a quality that's endeared her to fans and coaches alike. With help from the medical staff, she gets to her feet, shaking off the pain. But the emotional toll is clear. This wasn't just a hard foul, it was a statement, and everyone in the arena knows it. A pattern of aggression. If this incident felt familiar, it's because it is. DJ. Carrington has been at the center of similar controversies before, most notably with Caitlyn Clark. Last season, Carrington made headlines for a play that left Clark with a black eye, a brutal eye poke that sparked outrage across the basketball world. The incident, dubbed Black Eye Gate by fans on social media, became a defining moment in Carrington's career. It wasn't just the play itself, it was her response afterward that fueled the fire. When asked by reporters if she meant to hit Clark, Carrington was dismissive. I don't.
Come every time you just happen to be, Dijonai popping up on the scene of a crime. Oh, shocker. Dijonai.
But for many, her words rang hollow. The slow motion replays told a different story, and fans weren't buying the accident excuse. Indiana Fever supporters in particular were livid, flooding social media with calls for suspensions and labeling Carrington a dirty player. The backlash was relentless, and it seemed like Carrington couldn't escape the narrative that she was willing to bend or break the rules to gain an edge. Fast forward to this game, and it's hard not to see parallels. Kate Martin, Caitlyn Clark's close friend and former Iowa teammate, has stepped into a bigger role with the Laces. She's no longer flying under the radar. She's a target, a player opponents have to game plan for. And for Carrington, who struggled to contain Martin's brilliance all night, the frustration seems to boil over. If she can't get to Clark, the thinking goes, she'll settle for Martin. It's a move that feels personal, and it's got fans and analysts buzzing. Every time there's a questionable foul, a flagrant, a smack across the face, who's at the scene of the crime? Our commentator asks, leaning into the drama. DJ Carrington, that's who. It's like she's got a knack for popping up in the worst moments. Kate Martin's poise under pressure.
One, Dijonai Carrington. Of course, she's the person that multiple times had,
What makes this story so compelling isn't just Carrington's actions, it's how Kate Martin responds. Martin is the epitome of composure. Where Carrington unravels, Martin stays locked in. After the foul, she takes a moment to regroup, but she doesn't let it derail her. She's back on the court minutes later, running plays with the same precision and focus that's made her a standout. Martin's performance in this game is nothing short of a masterclass. She's everywhere, hitting mid-range jumpers, dishing out assists, and locking down her defensive assignments. Her stat line tells the story: 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. But it's the intangibles that really set her apart. The way she communicates with her teammates, the way she reads the defense, the way she stays calm when the game gets chippy. It's the mark of a player who's destined for greatness. Kate Martin is out here playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers, one analyst tweets post-game. She's not just winning the game, she's winning the mental battle. Carrington, by contrast, struggles to find her rhythm. Her stat line, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, pales in comparison. She goes 1 for 10 from the field, a testament to how her aggressive tactics backfire. Instead of disrupting Martin, she disrupts her own team's flow. The Mist, despite boasting stars like Brianna Stewart and Jewel Lloyd, can't keep up with the Laces' discipline and teamwork. The bigger picture. Sportsmanship and rivalries. This game isn't just about one foul or one player. It's a microcosm of larger themes in women's basketball. Sportsmanship, rivalries, and the fine line between playing hard and playing dirty.
Egregious altercations with Caitlyn Clark last year, including the eye poke, the eye gouge, the eye scoop.
Carrington's style has always been polarizing. Some see her as a throwback, a player who brings an old-school physicality to a game that's increasingly focused on finesse. Others see her as a liability, someone whose emotions get the better of her in high-stakes moments. For Kate Martin, this game is a defining moment. She's not just a player. She's a symbol of what the Unrivaled League is supposed to be about, elevating the game through skill, heart, and class. Her ability to rise above Carrington's antics only reinforces her growing reputation. Fans are taking notice, and so are coaches. With the Golden State Valkyries on the horizon, Martin's star is only getting brighter. But the questions linger. Why does Carrington keep finding herself in these situations? Is it just competitive fire, or is there something more personal at play? Her history with Caitlyn Clark looms large. Some fans speculate that Carrington resents the spotlight Clark commands, and by extension, anyone associated with her, like Martin.
Out of Caitlyn Clark's head, heard round the world last year, as well as whatever that ridiculous flop and gyration was during one of those games.
It's a theory that's gained traction on social media, where hashtags like #BlackEyeGate and Carrington Drama are trending. Carrington's not here to elevate the game, one fan writes. She's here to tear others down. Going after Caitlyn's best friend? That's petty. Another adds, Kate Martin is out here playing basketball. Carrington's playing something else entirely. The Laces triumph as the game nears its end. The Laces are in control. Martin is at the heart of it all, directing traffic, hitting key shots, and sealing the victory with a clutch steal in the final minute. The final score is a decisive win for the Laces, a testament to their discipline and teamwork. The Mist, despite their star power, can't overcome Carrington's erratic play and the Laces' relentless execution. The crowd erupts as the buzzer sounds, and Martin shares a moment with her teammates, a smile breaking through the intensity. It's a poetic conclusion to a game defined by contrasting styles. Carrington's reckless aggression versus Martin's